grab this thing, let me straight wreck it. Big Floyd coming through, slow candy with every time. Sip the syrup, mix the wine. Got to show these boys staying down on my grind.
Alright. Good day, my friends. First things first. Black lives matter. Second thing, all lives matter. You know what? Yellow lives, they matter. Brown lives, they matter. Red lives, they matter. White lives, they matter. Everyone matters. Friends, cheers to you guys. We got a McDonald's McCafe cheers for you all. Notice this is not sponsored by McDonald's because yeah, I don't know why, because anyhows, you know what, it's supposed to rain for a few days off and on, and sometimes I despise the rain, but today, I don't know, the rain feels a little bit good. I just kind of, yeah, taking it in and enjoying it. Anyhow, I don't know if we're going to get out this coming weekend or not, but I do have some other stuff for you. I've got some stuff to show you, so maybe you should stick around, like this video, or at least I hope you will like it. And if you haven't seen my videos or video channels before, hey, now's a good time to subscribe. And you know what? Thanks for checking us out. Cheers to you, and let's see what we got for you guys today. You know what's interesting? This truck and camper unit has been sitting here for at least a week that I know of. I don't know if he just comes back to the same spot, but I'm pretty sure, no, he's been camped there. And the funny thing is, this area here is a transitory parking lot. You're supposed to only park here for 30 minutes or 2 hours max, because it's just for pickup and drop-offs of people going on the SkyTrain and then going downtown or to work or wherever. So it's kind of just a transitionary parking lot. It's not meant for any type of long-term, unless it's a security guard here or something. I'm not sure. Don't mind me, just doing my shopping at Home Depot, little Mosey. So, in my previous videos, I had hinted and showed you guys that I had bought some stuff. Well, let's go into more detail and show you what I bought, and you guys will figure out what we'll be doing. This little handy dandy tool, check it out. That's for lifting things, breaking things, pulling nails, blah 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 blah. And we have something else here. Look at this. It is, sorry, as I try and position it so we can see it all, it's this handy dandy little vacuum. So it's meant for 18-volt battery, Ryobi. So I'm looking forward to trying this out. Actually, I haven't even opened it yet. See? Look at da 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 da. This will come in handy for vacuuming up the van and cleaning any other things that I need to be cleaned when I'm working on the van. So yeah, these are pretty cool. So, and battery goes in the back. That's what she said. Also, previously, about a month ago, I said I had bought some other stuff, and this is what I had bought. It's a Ryobi 2-piece kit. I paid 99 bucks for this, and it comes with this. This is what I'm really looking forward to trying out. This little saw, this little blade. Man, the background is just whiting right out. So yeah, we got one little circular saw blade, 5.5 inch, 18 tooth carbide tipped. That's what it says. Yeah, so I haven't tried this out. I've had it for a month and no use. So yeah, adjustable, blah 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 blah. Yeah, just your typical circular saw. And we got 2 batteries and the drill. Drill I don't need that bad because I got a DeWalt drill, which is better quality than this one, and comes with a charger. So that's probably what we will be starting on very, very soon, boys and girls. I don't know this video. Maybe I'll show you something or hint at something. So, okay. Hey, okay, boys and girls, look at this. This is interesting. No parking signs right there. Whoever these people parked right here in the RV. It's what, 25 foot or so, I think. At least 25, 27 foot. But yeah, it says parking, nothing, not allowed. And I think these guys camped out here overnight. I'm not sure. So, very interesting. Okay, let's go back to what I said in the beginning of this video. Black Lives Matter. Or as I say, all lives matter. And I'm not trying to downplay the black racism that happens in America currently and has been going on for hundreds of years now in America since it's actually been founded. And slavery, all lives matter towards police brutality, and all lives matter in racism. Hey, they say white privilege, but you know what? Sometimes I don't feel like I'm privileged because you know what? Other communities, or other cultures I should say, do have racism towards white people. Yes, it happens. Same as, for example, the Koreans. A lot of Koreans have racism against other cultures too. For instance, they hate the Chinese. They hate the Japanese because of all the atrocities that the Japanese have done against the Koreans, and the Chinese for that matter too. So you know what? All cultures, I think, have some forms of racism. We all have some forms of racism, one way or another, whether we would like to admit it. There is no doubt that blacks do face more racism than a lot of other cultures. Again, especially here in North America. And as it's pointed out, a lot of them get shot. A lot of them get suppressed in America. And you know what? They're not the only culture. What about the Native American population? Here you go. They've been suppressed ever since whites, British colonists, Spanish colonists have moved into America. They've all had their land raped and pillaged and taken from them. And sometimes they've been left on little reserves. Sometimes government has come in and taken their reserves. Even after, you know what? Okay, we'll give you this little plot of land for a reserve. Oh, you know what? Sorry, no, we're taking it away from you. Because you know what? We're going to run a pipeline through it. It's not your land anymore. It's Canadian government land. Oh, sorry, we're putting a hydro dam in. You don't belong in this property and land anymore. We're taking it away from you. And then they protest, and then they end up going to jail. And the people of Canada say, oh, you shouldn't be protesting. You guys, why are you complaining? The natives here in Canada and USA for that matter. You know what? It's not our land to decide to take away from them. They're the ones who hold it. We came here and we took over it. So what the hell? Who are we to say that we have to do this and that? But I'm getting a little sidetracked away from the Black Lives Matter type of deal with police brutality, because as far as I understand, at this point in time, that's what a lot of the protests are going on about. However, now we're getting some rioting, and you know what? A couple weeks from now or a month from now, I don't know what's going to happen or how it's going to change. So by the time I upload this video, it might be old news. Who knows? But yeah.
It's shocking video taken from a police body cam.
Push him off the roof. Better jump. Push him off. Just push him off. Push
Hey,
him off.
an officer on the ground is telling another cop to push the suspect off the roof.
Push him off.
And then the officer actually does it.
Police brutality against the blacks is got to stop. There has to be a reform of the policing system. And the natives in Canada have that same problem. There has been many cases in Saskatoon and Saskatchewan as well as Manitoba. They call them starlight tours. Some of the RCMP, the Canadian Police Forces, have been picking up natives and taking them out of town and dropping them off in the middle of the nowhere for whatever reason. And a lot of these Native Americans have died. When you get dropped off in the 10 miles out of town when it's minus 30 and you don't have the clothing, man, you don't got much chance of surviving. And there's been many cases of this happened, and the RCMP internal investigations just brush it aside and hide it, or they let these people away. There was a famous case way back in the early 90s of a Saskatoon guy dying, freezing to death, and the police took no blame for it. They got off the hook. Same as a lot of blacks getting shot for whatever reason. The police have been, it's all been hidden, pushed aside, and the police have gotten away with it. And it has taken to this point to try and change it. It's been going on for years trying to change the system, and it's not working. So in some ways I can understand the rioting. However, you know what? Does rioting really solve the problem? Not really. But maybe it's going to take that amount of destruction to maybe our society realize it nowadays. So really, I don't know the truth. I don't know the answer. So we will all see what maps out in the next couple weeks or months or the next year or so. So anyhow, I'm really going blah blah.
Saskatoon has the second highest crime rate in the province, including crime committed by law enforcement. Starlight tours is a phrase coined by the residents of Saskatoon. Police in Saskatoon would find drunken Native American teens and make it seem like they were detaining them. In reality, however, they would drop them off in a field far away from any civilization, leading them to freeze to death or die of hunger. They decided to call it this as the police would take these teenagers and drive them on, quote-unquote, a tour under the stars. There has been many instances of this happening, leading to multiple deaths, including the most well-known death and the first in this series of murders, Neil Stonechild. The last time Stonechild was seen alive was by his friend, Jason Roy, who saw Neil's face pressed against the glass of a police cruiser. 2 days later, a group of farmers find a body in a deserted field laying face down in the snow. The body is covered in blood and there are tears in the skin around his wrists, a mark of handcuffs worn too tight. It was reported that a Saskatoon police cruiser had been seen driving out towards that location with a teenager in the back seat, but all allegations were denied. It was decided that there was not enough evidence to accuse the police of any wrongdoing.
Neil Stonechild's frozen body was found on the outskirts of Saskatoon in November of 1990. He died of hypothermia and his death was labeled accidental. But an inquiry is set for this fall to examine how the police investigation was handled.
So in the long run, I just gotta say, something's really gotta be done instead of just giving all lip service. And Trump, I'm not even gonna go there. Trump is not helping things. He's making things worse as far as I can see. Oh, anyhow, that's not the point of my videos, to get into politics or any of this other stuff. I just wanted to bring it up and have an awareness of it, that I think kindness is still the rule, the golden rule. We need more kindness and to change things around. How can we be awesome if we're not going to have more kindness? Anyhow, next video. You see, I'm in the van and we got van things to do coming up. So, I'm going to end it, and I might have an outro by somebody else, and I might not, so we'll see what I can dig up. I still might have a couple more, and if I don't, stay awesome, guys, be more kind, and we'll see you next video.